Marvel Tokon is quickly becoming a fighting game of the year contender. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is a 4v4 tag fighting game that follows in the footsteps of Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball FighterZ. It is being developed by Arc System Works, the geniuses behind Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear Strive, and a plethora of other heater fighting games. The second closed beta was held this weekend, and here are some of my thoughts. I did play the last closed beta, and I provided feedback, and I see that some of that feedback was actually considered. So the first point that I want to make is that the game felt a little more polished, as it should have, and that the combat system is super simple, but I can see that the ceiling for this game can be pretty high. I can quickly tell that this game is coming into its own, and I really look forward to it. I don't know why, but I thought the game was coming out in February. I don't know where I heard that from, but I guess I was wrong, because I googled it, and it's not coming out in February. But that combat system is so satisfying to play. When you put them combos on people, and when you get the combos put on you, everything just goes so smooth. It is very simple, as in when I say that, literally everything is an auto combo. I know there will be ways to do combos. I fought against one person. He actually was able to do some pretty cool combos with Star-Lord. So I know that there's combo opportunity, and there's potential for some crazy stuff to go down, right? This is Arc System Works we're talking about. But literally, if you have not played this game yet, right, any one of the closed betas or in alpha or anything, it's simply square is light auto combo, triangle is medium auto combo, and circle is freaking heavy auto combo. They took a page from Tekken and Street Fighter, and they have pretty much a simple control style, but everybody has to use it though. There is no way to put like your own custom button layout and stuff like that. It is literally an auto button fighter, is what I'm gonna call this. You can hold back on the right trigger, well, not hold back on it, but you can press the right trigger and press the direction, and that's how you do your moves. It's literally kind of like how Street Fighter's simple or modern controls were, where you literally just press that button in a direction, right? It definitely changes the way that game played, and it does here too. There are no quarter circles or freaking full circle rotations or nothing like that. So for people who are afraid of games that include that, hey, this one might be for you. Tagging is also really easy. Like, you literally just press X in a direction, and it's gonna pull out one of your other characters. And if you just want to completely swap to them, just hurry up and hold X or hold the left trigger, whichever one you're using, and boom, there you go. It's really super simple. This is definitely going to be the game that your little young brother, little nephew, little son, whoever, will be able to beat you in, because unless you are like really tapped in and like know really how to play, if you're just picking this game up for the first time, like, you can literally button mash and win. And I mean, hey, fighting game history does come into play in this game. Of course, it's a fighting game. It is an actual fighting game, right? So history in fighting games will make you a little bit better to start off, but hey, anybody can just tap buttons and literally win at the beginner level of this game. The second point that I want to make is that they have 2 new characters was added to this beta, and that was Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. That made it a total of 8 characters. And before that, of course, we had Iron Man, Captain America, Storm, Miss Marvel, Star-Lord, and Dr. Doom. This is a pretty healthy roster. Everybody was different, right? And they definitely gave you the chance to really try out some of the cooler combos and cooler mix-ups you can do. And I think it was nice. 8 was a decent number, a very generous number, because last time it was literally just 6. Spider-Man is really nice. He's super fast. Ghost Rider he's pretty good if you know what you're doing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the people that I played against who knew how to play with him, they could put it on you. I'm just gonna say it's pretty good. Everybody else, like I said, from the last beta, they were nice, and they were a little cleaned up a little bit more. Miss Marvel gave me a lot of problems in the last beta, but in this one, she seemed pretty balanced compared to last time. Last time, it felt like she could get you from across the screen. She can grab you from across the screen. It was weird. But this time, she felt way more balanced out with the rest of the cast. Now, who felt super powerful to me this time was Iron Man, because anybody that I was fighting before I played with my nephew, I was playing some games myself, and anytime that I was busting them up, these people will pull out Blue Iron Man, and pretty much I end up losing. You have to learn how to play against zoners, and I got it right. I'm figuring it out. We're still new to the game, but That was like where my issue was, but I don't think it was a game problem. I think it was just a me problem. But I'm gonna just go ahead and go out and say it. We're gonna need at least 30 playable characters in the base roster. Because this is a 4v4 fighter, right? The game's roster needs to pretty much reflect the amount of content that you're consuming at a moment's notice, right? Just in one fight, you could see a potential of 8 of the characters that's in the game. So if you only got like 16, right, that's half of the roster in one fight. Now, yes, there's lots of, because it's a 4v4 fighter, right, there's so many variations of teams that you can have. So yes, I'm gonna say I think at least 30, but if there's like 25, you know, something like that, I can live with it, because I know there will be DLC. I know there will be a lifespan for the game and stuff like that. So the next point that I want to make is about the new defensive option. It was pretty much a parry. Kinda, not really, because I mean, honestly, it was really easy to do. If you were just, all you have to do is you can just press square and circle at the square and X at the same time, and pretty much your character would do like a little dodge. And if you time it right, pretty much a parry. You time it right, then you'll get a free hit off on them. And while you're blocking, you can do the same thing. You can, as long as you're blocking, you can press those buttons and it will give you a pretty much an out of that combo. Now, that being said, it does cost meter, so you know it's not something you can just keep spamming, but it was something that kind of helped, because in the last beta you could just get pressured into a corner and it wasn't really too much you can do. And in this one, I kept forgetting I had it a lot of times, because I get pressured into a corner and I kind of just sitting there just blocking or just taking combos, and then I remember, oh yeah, I do have that. I do think that we need at least one more defensive option. You know how like Mortal Kombat has like a breaker, right? So if you get into a combo, you can just press that, it'll exhaust all your meter, but you can get out of that combo to reset the set. And I think that we need like one more thing, and I think that might be the defensive option that we need. And after that, I think it'll be pretty solid. My next point is that I do not like the lobby system. I didn't like it in fighters. I don't like it in Tekken. I like when a game, especially fighting games, just lets you just go into you can have lobbies, right? Nothing's wrong with having it, but when you're forcing us into these lobbies. I like an invite system. I like being able to just start a game, a King of the Hill, or just a lobby, right, with the few people that I want, and we just fight. Please, 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 when a full game comes out, you can have the lobby. Nothing is wrong with that. It's cool. But please have a freaking regular invite system, a regular. I do not want to have to do like fighters and run to local freaking fighting, local like arcade modes. I don't want to have to run to that. Please just have a regular menu. Let me pick what I want to play and let me play it. Lastly, I can see the simplicity of the combat system being an issue for some people, because when I started playing it on the first beta, I was immediately turned off by the game, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to use auto combos. I have to use pretty much I have to use the playstyle that they want me to use. There's no player independence. Like there's no way for me to, you know, do my own buttons and have my own layout and set up how I want to play. And it's because they are designing this game, and maybe it's because it's a 4v4 fighter, right? They're designing it in a way where you have to play the way they want. Now, like I said, I do think there's a lot of combo opportunity and combo potential and things of that nature, but I'm not 100% sure because the full game is not out. But from what I've played, I can see it being an issue for some people, where it feels like they're just seeing the same thing over and over again. Because honestly, when you are in those lower level lobbies, which we will all be when the game first comes out, you're only going to be seeing the same people using the same characters, using the same auto combo, and of course you're going to figure out how to stop it. It's not that hard. The game is not the hardest game to play. It is so easy that, like I said, anybody can play it. As long as you know how to block and you learn how to use a little bit of the defensive options, you'll be fine. But you know, I don't want people to get turned off the way I did initially, because now that I've played the second beta, I feel what they're going for. And like I said before, this is Arc. Arc has a real good history, right? They have some real good games under their belt. And I mean, Fighters or whatever how you say it, they had the same thing. I mean, they had auto combos, like all the same auto combos that's in this game is in that game. And I mean, it worked out just fine. I mean, I had a freaking blast playing that game. I played the hell out of that game. I definitely stopped after a while because I hit my ceiling, and I'm sorry, I wasn't about to stress on that game no more. But I digress. But anyways, you know, I think the game was pretty great. The beta was nice. I recommend, if anybody hasn't gotten into the beta, if they have another one, you should try to get into it. I really hope this game comes out early 2026, because like I said, I thought it was coming out February, but I googled it and that's not what I seen. I seen 2026. So hey, hopefully we get a release date soon. We get one more beta, hopefully a open beta, so a lot more people can play, so they can stress test these servers a little bit better. And yeah, that's really it. If you played the beta, hey, go ahead and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. For now, like, share, subscribe, stay tuned. Captain